Now, I keep mentioning law and sovereignty. When you break the law, you are subject to the law. I love the example of the Boy Scouts. Whatever happens within the Boy Scouts International have their rules and regulations. You can't decide you want to be a Red Cross member, they say, but you wear white. You say, I want to wear red. And they say, no, that's our rule. Then you can't get a High Court injunction to allow you to wear red. That's the case of what is going on. Before the organization was established, even within Nigerian law, it was with some certain rules and regulations. If a multinational is coming to Nigeria, they'll register with the Corporate Affairs Commission. It doesn't mean that somebody can get an injunction and say they must change their worldwide brand because they don't like it.
Yeah. So the steps that you're aware of, which is ongoing now to sort this out, because I see everybody's optimistic that FIFA won't ban Nigeria. Nigerians, football fans just want to enjoy their sports.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, is it such that all this action is going on behind the scenes? Is it such that you think when this is sorted and we're not banned, fingers crossed, we won't have to go back to this kind of issue again?
The truth is, for every administration, the NFF has been run on a shaky compromise, which is what we're doing again. We're creating another shaky compromise to escape a ban like we did the last few times. And once we get this shaky compromise of sit your swords is not give me your sword.
So we're not learning our lessons?
No, we don't. No. If there's anything we're good at, it's not learning lessons.
Oh. This is tough. But, all right, we'll just see what eventually happens at the end of the day. I don't know, but lots of people seem optimistic about this particular one because they say FIFA had given us that notice previously this year, but this is the final one where they say there will be no further communication. Yeah. So we'll be hoping to see. But did the minister actually try to go to Zurich?
Well, reportedly, there's a letter that has been seen from the ministry, ceasing the ambassador and everything of the minister's impending visit with the list of everybody going, and FIFA's refusal. The main reasons being, one, government interference, and secondly, the fact that someone who has a substantive FIFA ban is on and should not be involved in football matters, being Ambassador Chris Giwa, is on that list. Which is, for me, in everything we are saying, is my main issue. That the person they are contesting for is currently has a substantive ban recognized by and upheld by FIFA. So, it gets more, I don't want to use the word embarrassing, but it doesn't make us look good.
Unfortunately for the beautiful game, this is what we're grappling with in the country. Nnamdi Obanga, sports journalist with City FM. Thank you for coming on this morning.
Good to be here.
We're back in a moment. Don't go away.
Our closing moments now with Mr. Harrison Jala, who is, well, should we say factional chairman, or is it the chairman?
I'm the president of the National Association of Nigerians. There's no contention in that. You can hear him say that I handed, what I did it in my bedroom, I don't know. He said I handed over to him where? He should bring the evidence.
Were you president for 26 years?
No, not 26 years. I was president for 15 years.
15 years?
Yes.
And you haven't handed over?
The Congress continued to bring me back.
Wow. By
way of election. So if he says I've handed over to him, maybe I did it in my bedroom. He should have showed evidence where I have done that. So it's just a distraction. Let's go ahead with the discussions for the day.
Let's look at this critically now.
Yeah.
Are you not concerned at all at what we have seen across sectors? I mean, obviously we're talking football and sports this morning, but even if you talk about politics, for example, a political office, it comes back to this kind of refrain, that is the politicization of the Nigerian judiciary, where somebody who has more friends in the Federal High Court gets a judgment, maybe the opponent has more friends in the appeals court, it gets a different judgment, and then the winner ultimately becomes the person who has the most friends in the Supreme Court, they get a judgment. Are you not concerned that if this continues, if Chris Giwa, for example, is now recognized, his executive committee of the NFF is recognized, that it could set a precedent for tomorrow, that if anybody has any issues, all they have to do is try and maybe go through the judiciary and see what happens?
You see, in the first place, I don't know why Nigerians are worried, on this issue of this ban threat. The first question, what is the offense? Has FIFA established any offense that Nigeria has committed? That is one. Secondly, this issue of this ban is instigated. We know those who are behind it. And we as stakeholders will challenge the decision. We are members of FIFA. The regulations are there. They are clear. That the Court of Arbitration is established. It was established for member nations who have grievances to go in there. There's no replica of the Court of Arbitration here. Where do you ventilate your grievances if you have one? So this issue of this ban and people are running helter-skelter, for me, is an instigated thing.
Well, some people are saying that, well, pardon me, this is not my thought.
Yes.
That it's because people like you are looking for the NFF to be divided. You are the spoilers. Just a moment. They say this is the case of, you know, King Solomon and the two women. One's baby was dead. One of them wanted the baby to be divided, the baby that was alive to be divided because it wasn't her baby.
You see,
it is not your lead. It's not under your leadership, so it might as well.
No, really. I have
go to ruins.
My passion, the interest I have as an ex-footballer, is to ensure that the game is viable in this country and that we should play by the rules. It's very clear. That we should play by, it's very clear. Bosman, he took the European Union to court, the UEFA, to the European Union court. The English league that we are very proud of today is strengthened by the judiciary in the English system. So this issue of saying somebody, yes, of course, the issues that shouldn't go to court are the game, where the first square, where you play, that's where the decision of the referee is final, not when people have disputes. When you have disputes, you solve it within the ambit of the law of where you are domiciled. So it is only the technical issues that can't go to court. The referee is the final decision. That technical game itself, where two teams are involved. That's it. That's where the supremacy of FIFA, you can say, yes, in that angle, you cannot take their issues to a civil court because the referee is the final judge under that circumstance. So there's a lot of misinterpretation of these laws, and it is a section of the media that is doing it. If you look at our football today, it's taken over by the media, your colleagues in the media. They're all over the place. They are match commissioners, they are match agents, they are everything in football. So there's a lot of misinformation. We need to put our house in order. We need to put these infrastructures to make football thrive. If we can get it right, we can generate more funds from football than oil and gas. It's the biggest brand that we have. Well, that's my concern. And Chris Giwa has won his election. He should serve his term. And we use it as a catalyst to ensure that the changes that we need come.
We have to thank you for coming on Sunrise Daily and sharing your thoughts with us. Well, I'm going to play it safe. Mr. Harrison Jala is a sports journalist. Let me leave it there. Even though
maybe you want to make me one.
It's a very, very contentious issue, and I'm not willing to be dragged into any court matter. But we have to thank you most kindly for coming on Sunrise Daily. That's what we'll wrap up the program today. I'm sure people are waiting now. They're counting down to 12 noon to see what happens. Will we be banned or not? Well, we hope we will not be. But that's what we'll leave it on Sunrise Daily. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts. I'm Maokme Ogun Yusuf.
Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. Have a great day. I am Juri Ingilale.
Well, yes, indeed. I'm counting down to midnight, but I'm going to place calls right after the show to find out, look, are we safe or not? We love our football and squash. I'm Chamberlain, so thank you for watching.
I am Gimba Umar. See you tomorrow.
Have yourself a good day. I'm Neota Igbe.